This Labour government must be running on the same script. Seriously, it's like they're all programmed to sound exactly the same. From their rehearsed lines to their robotic delivery, it's getting harder to tell one from the other. In today's video, we're focusing on Rachel Reeves, who found herself in a rather uncomfortable spot on live TV. A recent allegation has surfaced, suggesting that Reeves had embellished some of her previous roles, and when confronted, her response was far from convincing. In fact, she stumbled her way through the questions, dodging direct answers and leaving everyone wondering. This is just another example of the lack of transparency and accountability we've come to expect from this government. Instead of owning up or providing a straight answer, it seems like the go-to strategy is to deflect and hope the issue fades away. But as voters, we deserve better. If our leaders can't even be upfront about something as simple as their own work history, how can we trust them to be honest about the big issues facing the country? Before we dive into the clip, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel and join our fast-growing community. Just a quick one to say we have new Stuck Farmer t-shirts available on our store. Go grab them now. They are available at britishstand.com or check the link in the description. Now let's take a look at Rachel Reeves as she tries to wriggle out of answering these very straightforward questions. Spoiler alert, it's not a good look for her or her party.
Well, I'm really proud to have worked as an economist at the Bank of England before I became a Member of Parliament, and also in financial services at Halifax Bank of Scotland. I've got the experience to do this job as Chancellor of the Exchequer, as well as the 14 years as I had as a Member of Parliament, chairing the Business Select Committee and as Shadow Chancellor. People should judge me on the job that I do, fixing the economy, fixing the mess that we inherited from the Conservative government.
But what do you say about the fact there was a change made to the profile and it now says retail banking, it once said economist? Just explain that.
Well, I'm an economist. I studied economics. I got a master's in economics from the London School of Economics, and I worked as an economist at the Bank of England. I then used that experience in the private sector, working for Halifax Bank of Scotland, where I worked in financial services before I became an MP 14 and a bit years ago.
But it was changed, wasn't it, the profile?
Well, I worked as an economist. That is my profession. I am an economist. And then I worked in retail banking at Halifax Bank of Scotland in Halifax before I became a Member of Parliament. I'm proud of the work that I did before I became an MP, both at the Bank of England and in the private sector in retail banking.
What are your thoughts on this? Let me know in the comments. In other news, the TV licence fee could be scrapped after the Labour government's announcement that an honest conversation into the BBC's funding model will now take place. Culture Secretary Lisa Nandy has confirmed the public broadcaster's licence fee model will continue until at least 2027, with plans to review the broadcaster's long-term funding structure. Nandy has committed to examining all funding options during the next Royal Charter review, which will determine the future of the BBC. This review will include input from viewers and stakeholders. Nandy has scrapped the previous government's expert panel review of BBC funding, instead incorporating these discussions into the broader Royal Charter review process. The Royal Charter, which governs the BBC's operations, undergoes periodic government review to ensure the broadcaster meets its public service obligations. This announcement comes as the BBC faces mounting pressure from global streaming platforms and a reported decline in licence fee income of more than 30%. The review will look into the changing media landscape and consider sustainable funding options for the corporation's future. Currently, the TV licence fee stands at £169.50 per year, equivalent to just over £14 monthly. This fee applies to anyone watching live television on any device or network, including those who exclusively watch non-BBC content. From April 2025, the annual cost will increase to £174.50, following an agreement made under the previous government to align fee increases with inflation until 2027. After taking power earlier this year, Labour pledged additional support for households facing financial difficulties who cannot afford the licence fee. Labour aims to ensure these households can still access the cultural and educational benefits of live television programming. A discounted TV licence fee scheme already exists for those meeting specific eligibility criteria. The current funding model requires payment from all live television viewers, regardless of whether they watch BBC content, including those streaming live sports on platforms like Prime Video. These considerations come as the BBC grapples with significant changes in viewer habits and increased competition from streaming services. In a written statement to Parliament, Nandi emphasised the BBC's crucial role in British society. The BBC provides much-needed programming for households across the country, including children's education, world-class entertainment, and trusted news for all people in all parts of the UK, she said. The Culture Minister expressed her commitment to securing the broadcaster's future. She added, "I want to see it thrive for decades to come. Through the Charter Review, we will have an honest national conversation about the broadcaster's long-term future." Nandi stressed the importance of balancing sustainability with fairness to licence fee payers. The Wigan MP pledged to ensure the BBC has a sustainable public funding model that supports its vital work, but is also fair and responsive to those who pay for it. The minister also highlighted immediate support measures being implemented. In the short term, we are providing the BBC with funding certainty while supporting thousands more households facing financial hardship to spread the cost of a TV licence, she confirmed. Lastly, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle are set to make significant public appearances in December. The Duchess of Sussex is expected to attend a gathering honouring her friend Tyler Perry on December 4th, and Prince Harry will appear in New York the same day. It follows the pair's business strategy of professional separation, which allows the Duke and Duchess to engage in separate projects while remaining present for their two children, Archie, 5, and Lilibet, 3. Harry is now focusing on charitable endeavours, while Meghan pursues entrepreneurial projects targeted at her demographic, including her upcoming brand, American Riviera Orchard. According to PR expert Ed Coram-James, the couple's separate appearances might be a strategic move to salvage their brand. He told the Mirror, "Meghan and Harry's brand has been tainted beyond repair. The relentless media backlash, fueled by their misguided PR moves, has left them in a position where joint branding is no longer viable." The expert suggests Harry's attempts to rebuild his reputation after stepping back from royal duties are being overshadowed by his association with Meghan. He advises that if the couple want 2025 to be a good year, they should take a break from joint projects and instead focus on their individual strengths. In addition, he claims this strategy could help them navigate away from the controversies that have made them a lightning rod for criticism. What are your thoughts on what we discussed in today's video? Let me know down in the comment section below. If you've not yet already, make sure you do drop a like on this video and subscribe to the channel for more British content. Thank you. Take care. Goodbye.